The Native American culture. We are first going to start by giving a bit of background information. In general, Native Americans focus on social relationships in their culture. Their culture has an interdependent construct that influences their well being as a culture. For them, interdependence consists of nuclear family, extended kinship, and collaborative partnerships. Each person in the Native American culture understands their role within their culture. Because they focus on social relationships, they have mutual understanding. In terms of high power, elders are seen as highly respected individuals within the culture. The cultivation of the value of quietness contributes to their survival. In the Native American culture, there are certain rules that must be obeyed. You should know someone well before speaking to them for long periods of time or confiding in them. Children should not be verbally expressive in front of adults. Expressing emotions verbally or non-verbally in public or around people you don't know is considered inappropriate. When you don't know someone well, you should not ask direct questions or expect a quick response from them. Discipline and praise towards children should be done privately or quietly. In terms of verbal communication, Native Americans put more value on listening rather than speaking. They don't make much small talk except for with family and close friends. They place emphasis on effective communication by expressing their feelings about something. In verbal communication, turn-taking in formal situations, everyone has a chance to speak, and the next person doesn't speak until there has been a few moments of silence. Speaking quickly can make an individual seem as a rash person and reflect disrespect towards the person who previously spoke. Interrupting is seen as rude. If someone interrupts an elder, they will suffer with social consequences. Storytelling is a major component of the Native American culture in terms of verbal communication. From a young age, Native Americans are taught to listen, observe, and memorize. Storytelling is a way to pass down their history onto future generations. The elder or person telling the stories uses hand gestures largely and more frequently as they tell stories. Story time is an exception to when eye contact is kept with the individual speaking. In general, Native Americans are known as a culture who place emphasis on nonverbal cues and communication. In this culture, touching is very common and small talk. Physically, most facial movements are around their eyes, there is minimal eye contact, and little facial display of emotion. Eye contact is seen as rude unless in a situation such as story time. Therefore, the gaze of the listener remains around the mouth, forehead, ears, and throat. The preferred typical distance between Native Americans who are communicating is side to side as opposed to face communication. When communicating with someone outside their culture, they prefer a great distance, more than an arm distance length. Greeting and touching is usually only done with friends and intimate partners. Native Americans have adopted the Western handshake, but it tends to be light and quick. Gestures are not usually used in normal conversation. They are more frequently used during storytelling. Smiling and head nodding are usually a sign of approval. Native Americans are a nonverbal culture. They focus on listening rather than speaking. They're a culture that sticks together and values their history.